madness creatures into the yard to pump this guy. That's pretty sweet.
Madness creatures into the yard to pump sword. Well, you mean discard creatures into the yard.
Yeah, just discard creatures. This guy gets pumped.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Markov Crusader. 4 and a black. Oh, by the way, on this last one, you can mill it from your. You can even mill it from the top of your library, and it gets bigger.
Nice thing. True.
There's Tygon Scheming basically got reprinted for whatever you think about Tygon Scheming.
It's Tygon Scheming again.
It's the one it's the shitty card from Fate Reforged that you put 5.
Oh, you reorder
five,
cards?
Yeah. It's basically Scry 5, but they go to the yard.
Right.
So for what it's worth.
They reprinted it. So yeah, these cards get better for sure. But I never liked that card.
Yeah, I don't think it's probably more playable here than it was in Fate Reforged.
Well, that's good news.
But that's not saying much.
Yo,
okay,
this Markov Crusader though.
This card is Deece.
This card's nuts.
Yeah, 4/3 for 5 mana with lifelink with haste if you control another vampire.
This card's stupid good.
Yeah, I mean it does trade with most 3-drops, or most 4-drops and many 3-drops, but like 4 mana life swing and forces a trade is pretty sweet.
This is pretty nutty.
The haste is gravy.
Yeah, if you go 3-drop, then remove something, then this guy.
Yep.
Wow.
This is probably like a B-, I'd say, because it does trade with most 4-drops, I'd say. So if you consider that, it's like not absurd, but definitely solid.
I mean, I want multiples. I give it a B. B's fair, I think.
Yep. Strong in black-red and demands an answer.
I mean, you're gonna play this in the control deck too, though. I mean, you're gonna play this in every deck. I mean,
yeah, definitely. It's a very safe pick.
Yeah.
Midnight Scavengers. This is the other half of the Graph Rats Midnight Scavenger combo.
The 3/3
Mellow
digger
combo. Yeah. This is definitely better than the Graph Rats. So,
I think this card's a B too.
Yeah, well, I'd say B-, maybe.
Okay. They can regrow. Oh, they can't regrow each other. Yeah.
No. I mean, it's 3 or less. That's the problem. It's not just straight Gravedigger.
Right.
But you know.
Okay, yeah, B- then. I agree.
Strong as a signal more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And Gravedigger Light.
If you get those good value, the more value 2 and 3 drops you have, the better this thing is for sure.
Hey, they reprinted Murder.
Oh, I love this card. Oh, it's an uncommon. Boo.
Yeah, but I mean Murder though.
Boo, but murder. Yeah.
But murder.
But murder. Can you rate removal as A's or no?
Some removals A's. I'd say this is like a B+. This is like a really good first pick. I don't think you'd pick it over something like Gisela though. Like the 4/3 first strike lifelink flyer for 4 mana. Like that's a clear A, like or an A-. But this is, it's very good. I'd say it's like B+ A- though.
It's worse than Lightning Axe though.
You think this is worse than Lightning Axe?
I think so, man.
In this set, I don't know about that because
I
Lightning Axe.
don't know anything about this set yet.
Well, because Red does have a lot of madness, but I don't know.
Lightning Axe was just such a blowout all the time.
Yeah, but there's some huge creatures in this set now though. Lightning Axe doesn't deal with everything. Like it used to deal with damn near anything, but
right.
Now there's some giant Eldrazi.
Oh right, because of the Eldrazi. True.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think Murder's a little better.
Okay.
G-Man Sokol's a burn player or what? Chat's sassing you a little bit.
Am I a burn player? I actually, red's like my least favorite color actually.
Really? See, yeah. I am an Izzet player at heart. If I had to pick a card,
I love blue and I love when it pairs with red. I do like Izzet for sure.
See, my favorite card that is unplayable is definitely Mindswipe. You remember Mindswipe?
Oh, the burn counter?
Yes! I love that card.
Good. Card is so good.
It was like, if you had that in your hand and the board was at parity, you were just like laughing. And,
best curve topper ever.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, Murder. Let's rate Murder as a B+ A-. This is just almost always your first pick.
Yep, agreed.
Very, very good card. Better than Doomblade. Newsgraph Mob. 4 black for 5/5 because it comes in with 5 counters. And whenever any player casts a spell, remove a +1/+1 counter from it. If you do, put a 2/2 zombie creature token onto the battlefield. So in the long run, this is 6 mana for 5 2/2s.
This card's nutty.
In the short run, it's 6 mana for a 5/5.
Card's nuts.
Yeah, this is a very good card. I want to call this, like, it doesn't deal with flyers, but it's an army in a can. So this is like a B+, A-.
I was gonna say I don't think this could be less than an A-.
Yeah, A-, maybe A-, A+.
It says
this
whenever a player casts a spell, as in if they try to kill this thing, you're still getting a 2/2.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That might be the best way to think about it.
Yeah.
Is if your opponent tries to remove this, you still get a 2/2 from it. Yep. And they have to use their creature removal. So let's call it
and it's a zombie, A-.
Yep.
Give it to him.
Yep. Lots of synergy and
I don't know what a newscraft is, but A-.
I think it's a place, but I'm not sure.
Newscraft is a place. Okay.
Oath of Liliana. They finished the cycle.
Oh man,
later. This is like.
Oh my god, this thing's good.
Yeah, this is like the meandering tower shell of the set. It's a little late, but anyways, Oath of Liliana, 2 and a black. When Oath of Liliana enters the battlefield, each opponent sacks a creature.
This card's nuts.
No, it's
this
not.
card's nuts.
It's not that good.
Well, yeah, for limited, but I'm thinking
for
constructed. This
Isn't
card's
that good
absurd.
though? It's definitely better in constructed because I think edicts get better in constructed.
Edicts get way better constructed.
In general.
Oh man. Wow. In limited, this card's like 5.
This is basically worse than To the Slaughter in limited.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this is like a C, right?
Yeah, I'd call it like a C or C-.
I mean, it's just terrible against some decks. Against some decks, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It gets better in a control deck, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Average/bad removal, but still playable. All right, next.
Oh, we're good. I have a feeling we're going to disagree on this one.
Yeah.
I get the feeling. How do you feel about this card?
This card is very playable.
Oh yeah, it's playable.
I like this.
I love this.
The problem I have with the other cards is that you're paying mana and discarding a card, which makes the madness cost more prohibitive on them. This card is just straight gas because a 2/2 for 2 is great value. Well, not great value, but fine value on its own, and it's a vampire, so that's relevant.
Yep.
And discarding a card to get flying if you want it is really nice. Like, this is not quite a chase common, but it's a strong common. Given that there's less madness in black, and this almost has to be paired with red to really get true value, I think this isn't quite B range, but it's like a C+ maybe.
We're totally gonna disagree on this. So here, did you like the red 1/3 that got +2 -2?
Yeah, I love that card. That card was amazing.
This card is better than that. Flying is better because a 1/1 kill.
Okay, in a vacuum, you are absolutely correct, but I think given the context, I disagree. I think there's that red card. The red card is you know what? In this set, I think even the Ravenous Bloodseeker might be better because there's just more madness in red. This card has to be paired with red for it to be good, or for it to be great. It's already good on its own.
There's no madness in blue anymore?
There's very little madness in blue.
Okay.
I think there might be one, and there's there's one madness spell in blue, but it costs 4 to madness.
This card deals with flyers, though.
Yeah, it does. But
you're
2 for 1ing yourself to deal with flyers.
B+, B+.
I'm not going to rate it a B+, I'm sorry. But we can agree to disagree. Like, this is definitely strong, but it's not absurdly strong. It's just a very good card in an aggressive deck and fine in a control deck, too. Like, it's a safe pick at almost every stage of the draft.
I love it.
So, I think this is like a C+/B- because it's just, it's a strong card. You're happy to have it.
I like it. Everyone that's watching, rate this card as C+, please.
All right,
be in black, baby.
Let's see what chat thinks. We can ask chat.
I want to see.
Let's give a range. So let's say, how should we design this poll? B+, B, B minus, C plus, C, C minus. That's like the range. What do you think, chat?
Who said premium 2-drop? Barbarian of Mars. This
no,
is a
I
premium
agree.
2-drop.
I agree that it's a premium 2-drop, but how high are you willing to rate a premium 2-drop, though? Right? Oh.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, 2-drop is a 2-drop, that's for sure. Yeah. But as a 2-2 for 2, I mean, 2-2s for 2 don't get better than this, do they?
Oh, definitely not. This is great.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
We're not really disagreeing. We're just being semantical.
So yeah, no. In all fairness, I don't know the rating system, so.
No, it's fine. You and I have different ways of thinking about limited.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
I love winning with jank, like terrible cards.
Well,
I love.
No,
that.
That's legit. I like winning with jank too. But you know, I think there's a lot of value in watching people's streams who play very different than you. It's like
that's true.
That's the reason why I enjoy watching your stream and why I enjoy watching like LSV stream. Not that I'm saying you and LSV are equal, but you play very differently than I do, so I can always learn from you guys.
LSV's on a whole nother level, that's for sure.
Man, I feel bad because I accidentally threw shade on you. Like it's like, do I want to throw shade on LSV or on you? So I had to gossip.
It's got to be me.
Twitch chat
has spoken. There you go. Call it a
right.
C plus, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a C plus. Shots fired. Yeah, I haven't seen the other madness in the set, but I like you said, I love Ravenous Bloodseeker. For me, this is just better.
No, but Ravenous Bloodseeker was a fantastic card.
Yeah,
I think
so
people
good.
consistently drafted that way too late.
Right? It was insane. That thing would table. I'm like, that's not possible.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Prying questions. 2 and a black for a sorcery. Target opponent loses 3 life and, okay, this better be good, puts a card from his or her hand on top of his or her library. So this is a bad Chittering Rats. You know what Chittering Rats is?
It's the 1/1 for 2 that says put a card?
Nope, 2/2 for 3. It's a rat that opponent puts a card from their hand on top of their library.
Is that a Pauper card?
It is a Pauper card. Pauper staple. Very good card in Pauper.
Okay.
It's also... Wait, was it in Eternal Masters? I don't think so. Whatever. Either way, prying questions. I don't know. This is very meh. It gets better in a control deck, probably. Maybe. I think this is more designed for constructed.
I honestly have no idea how to feel about this card. It's confusing for me.
Essentially a burn card that is card neutral, in a way. Like, you're using one of your cards to this seems like it's designed for constructed is the thing.
It's a burn version of all those blue spells that put something back on top, right?
Yeah. But it doesn't act. The problem with this card is it doesn't give you any tempo. Right? Because the blue cards are powerful because it forces your opponent to spend the mana again. This doesn't do that. It's
burn and card advantage.
No, it's not even card advantage because you're spending the card. You're spending a card to have them put a card on top of their library. The more hand control you have, the better this gets for sure. But
yeah, I mean this card's close to unplayable, I would say, but
I mean, I almost want to say build around if you get, because there's a pseudo Hymn to Turok in the set actually.
You know what this card needs to have? It needs to have like Madness 1 on it or something.
Madness 1. Yeah.
Then I'm in.
God, maybe that's what happened to this card is it had Madness in development and they were like, this is way too strong.
This is too good.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just call it like a D-.
Yes.
Seems bad. Maybe it has a role in a control.
This is another card where if it said you gain 3 life, then I give it a C+.
Yeah. If it drained 3, this would be pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would much rather run a combat trick over this, even a bad.
Trick. For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, bad. Anyways, Rise from the Grave. I bet we're reanimating something. Put target creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie. In addition,
wasn't this a card already?
This was almost a card in Origins. What was that card? Necromantic Summons. But it wasn't it an instant
card?
Necromantic Summons. No, it was a sorcery. if there are 2 or more instant sorceries in your graveyard, it entered with 2+1/+1s.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is actually worse than that.
I feel like this was totally a card from a long time ago, wasn't it?